Hey guys, easy gift idea here. I bought this really cheap wood frame at Home Goods. It's like $10. I'm going to engrave it so it's a little more personal, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So obviously I've printed out my design and I've taped it on. I'm not gluing it because this wood already has a finish, so I don't want to have to sand off that finish. I'm going to try to just stay in the lines when I'm carving. I have two different engraving bits here, both Dremel brand. I'm gonna use the thicker one, as you could have guessed, for the thicker lines, because it's right about the same diameter. Same goes for the thinner one for this and for the 2021. I'm using a Dremel flex shaft to help me be a little more precise, and it's connected to a Dremel 4300. I'll be carving at 20,000 RPM. Okay, as you can see, I just traced the top. I didn't go to a full depth. A good rule of thumb, I think, for engraving is go just as deep as the bit itself. So I'll go to the top of the sphere for each one. I'm going to remove the tape now and get that depth. If you're watching, you'd see that the paper starts to rip if you just tape it on like this. So you have to be careful and kind of keep a good mental image of what the design looks like, so that if it rips, you know where to go, or just have a second little printout next to you. All right, let's get that depth. All right, so we have the depth, the engraving. Sawdust out of here. I'm gonna go in now with the polishing wheel. This is a 400 grit one, just to get off these little bits on the outsides of the engraving at 15,000 RPM. Cool. I just went in with the 84922 just to buff out some of the carving marks that are in the inside of these letters. We're going to do one final pass with the buffing wheel, and then we can oil it. Okay, we're inside now. This is all done. Make sure when you're using the polishing wheel to hit it at multiple angles, because I find that works best to get off any little bits of wood hanging on. I'm going to use a little lemon oil polish. I wouldn't use anything with wax for something like this because the wax will collect in the little crevices. So just oil. Most oil should work. I'll be using Q-tips because I don't want to get too much on the wood itself, just inside of there. Cool. So I have oil in all the little crevices. It looks like the spillover's not the best, so I'm just going to do a very light layer with the paper towel of the oil, just to try to blend this. And I'll just do it on the whole frame because whatever. I'm really hoping this doesn't mess with any sort of varnish that this originally came with. You can see it's a little more matte where I removed the varnish, but I think once this oil sets in, it'll be less visible because it'll be more matte overall. So we'll have to check on this again tomorrow. Here we are. Final product. The frame looks really nice with the little bit of extra oil that we added. The engraving looks good. You can't really tell now that it's mostly matte. That a little of the varnish around where we sanded it came off. And I'm pretty happy with this. It's a nice way to personalize pretty much any gift that you get somebody. Really quick, easy. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see any other carving videos, stuff that's a little more complex than this, make sure to check out the channel. I'll see you next time.